Been waiting a long time for a high density baler. Finally got one. Sort of focused really on 4 key areas. Capacity and density was one, obviously. Innovation in the baler, reliability and durability. Cost of ownership was an important part of the engineering of this baler, and also technology. So coupled with this new T8 intelligent tractor, we just simply unlock features like IntelliCruise so that the baler itself is driving the tractor. Also yield mapping and all those types of things we can unlock with the T8 tractor now.
Beautiful. So you just listed a couple of new innovations. So what sets it apart from the old series balers from New Holland?
Yeah, so one of the couple of key innovations is the mid-gearbox drive system. Essentially, we call it a smart shift. It's like a hydraulic 2-speed clutch pack to engage the baler. So you engage the PTO, it drives into the gearbox, you accept you want to start the baler, it goes into low gear first and then moves to high gear hydraulically. Also with that feature, inside the gearbox we have an internal slip clutch now, so it's maintenance free, and also an internal brake. So when the baler is disengaged, it will automatically brake on decompression. So when you go and re-engage, you've got the full cycle to restart the bale. So it's a very smooth baler engagement. I guess it's a little bit like trying to start driving a manual car in 4th gear. You sort of stall out. It's very high loads then. So that's why we've added that. Another probably innovation is our hydraulic active suspension. So we can essentially lift the baler up and down for ease of servicing. We can drop the baler down to get the twine in the twine boxes easier, and also our loop master, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah, just give us a bit more of a rundown on that loop master, can you?
Yeah, so essentially we've taken the double tie knot system and just improved to that next level. So the second knot now is creating a loop knot, and by doing that we don't have any residual tails left, so we don't get any leftover plastic.
Oh, that's fantastic. I suppose Cameron Angel talked on it this morning about productivity and bale weights and densities and all that sort of stuff. What can we come to expect out of a New Holland baler as far as weights?
Oh, it's always a tough question. Obviously there's a lot of factors to deal with weight, moisture, the type of conditions, the crop types. But what I will say with this baler, the bale chamber is 4 metres long now, which is really critical for a high density baler. It's not always about, well, it is about the bale weight, but it's also trying to maintain that bale weight through the day. So with a long chamber like that, we have a lot longer window of heavy bales. Now I also just want to thank the Gardner brothers for letting us use this baler. That was the first season with it last year for those guys. They've just clocked over 20,000 bales with it last season. Hasn't been the easiest for the baler. They run a T9 articulated tractor on that baler, so it's 560 horsepower. But it's done quite well to stand up to the tractor, that's for sure. Also, just thank the rural group for helping us get all the stuff out here and letting us use some of their machinery. And of course, thanks to AFIA. Yeah, so guys, if you want to come in a little bit closer and have a look at the innovation for the mid-gearbox. I guess it's probably not something that's been seen on balers in the past, but basically that's the mid-gearbox. Essentially drive in neutral until I accept that I want to engage the baler. Starts off in low gear to give us that extra torque, and then moves to high. And as I said, when you disengage the baler, the plunger will always be just on the back end of a decompression stroke, so you get the full plunger cycle for it to restart. It takes a lot of the load out of the drive line. As I said, one of the key points for the engineering of this was cost of ownership as well, so trying to limit the loads running through our drive line is pretty important. So we're pretty pleased with that. As I said, it's really proving itself. Partnership with New Holland and Waldershide, that gearbox.
So choppers, non-choppers, scales, what comes standard?
No, so this is a rotor cut unit. For the high density baler, we plan to release a packer unit for season 2022, cross fingers. So hopefully we'll see that unit. This has the ability of running 29 knives. Scales are standard on the unit. Moisture meters an option. Generally, we see a lot of guys using the Gazika, as you can see on this one, but there is factory moisture meters you can get as well. It's 14.5 tonne.
Any more questions from the crowd? Righto, go on here.
So you're at 20,000 now. What sort of maintenance would you expect in the next season or two?
Oh, look, I mean, it is built. You can see things about it that we have in our plus, like our stuffer or pre-charged chamber, which has been proven. It's known. It's been around for years. I'd say things like chains and pickup tines and stuff like that. So, looking around, there's been very little we've had to do as far as service parts for 20,000 bales. Yeah, I mean every year you want to look over the baler and make sure everything's in good order. But yeah, chains, sprockets, bearings, things like that would be key at those sort of 40,000 bales.
What flywheel weight?
I'm pretty sure it rolls in at 400 kilos, but obviously the diameter is a lot greater than our plus baler, so we get that dynamic force with that lot bigger circumference flywheel, so the weight's out a lot further.
Everyone's getting into it. Is there any capabilities of yield mapping?
Yes, there is. Yep, coupled with the T7 Isobus 3 tractor or the new T8. It's for the T8 you wouldn't need to unlock anything essentially. It's there, ready to go.
How many covers did you have put back on? We've had a question from the crowd.
Just one.